Have you ever walked into a room and thought, what did I come in here for? Or you're talking to a friend and you forget a word, like a really normal word. It's that thing, it's got the lettuce, it goes in the bowl, salad. And then you start to freak out because you're thinking, I'm too young to be losing it, right? Well, if you can relate to any of this story's for you.
It's a lot different, but I like it.
A few years ago, Dana Nelson started a new job at Twin City EDM and Manufacturing.
I am taking hand tools that we just got back from calibration.
It's also about the same time she noticed she seemed to be a bit more forgetful.
There'll be times when I'll have to call my girlfriend and I'll be like, did I clock out from work? Because I'm like, I don't remember if I just did that. And I literally just left work 3 minutes ago.
Dana is perfectly able to do her job and do it well. But to be fair, she's got a lot going on.
I'm juggling work on top of trying to remember orthodontics appointments, doctor appointments, football practice. Is my kid taking cold lunch today? I have to drive kids to work because they don't have licenses, that kind of thing. So it's not just my schedule, but it's 3 kids on top of it and a husband.
This applies to men and women. We're just at that age. Not any age specifically, but as we get older, we just have more in our lives, dealing with kids and aging parents, and likely at a higher level at our jobs.
Life just gets busier, and that hits people, and people think busyness is loss of memory. And it's like, you know, if you're trying to remember 100 things and you remember 90 things, you're probably doing pretty good, right? 10 years ago, you're only trying to remember 20 things.
Dr. Sarah Benish is a neurologist with M Health Fairview and the U of M Medical School. She hears these kinds of fears all the time.
I'll tell you, the one thing that's going to make your memory even worse is if you're stressed and worried about it.
Super, so help me feel less worried. She says remove the stress and your memory will likely bounce back. We know, easier said than done. But there are some other very normal things that can be affecting your memory. Lack of sleep, too much alcohol, and hormone changes during perimenopause.
Estrogen changes can change women's cognitive functioning. They can feel like they're having a hard time keeping focus with their remembering things, word finding.
Been there, girlfriend. But oh wait, there's more. Some prescription drugs, like those to treat seizures or migraines, and even some over-the-counter drugs like cold medicines and sleep aids. But what about all the technology we use? Is that affecting our memory too? I can remember my childhood phone number, but couldn't tell you my mom's current cell phone number if my life depended on it.
There are a lot of factors that can influence our memory.
Dr. Ronald Peterson is the director of the Mayo Clinic Alzheimer's Disease Research Center and the Mayo Clinic Study of Aging, which has been ongoing for 20 years. He says for many reasons, limiting screen time is a good idea. And while there is no current science proving that our personal tech is worsening our memory, it is for sure rewiring our brains.
It's quite likely that the younger generations who are growing up with personal devices will have their brain networks develop in a different fashion than, say, older persons. And what the impact of that is going to be for aging, cognitive changes, memory loss, really is unknown at this point in time.
What is known? Screen time, be it on your phone or in front of a TV, is sedentary. And being sedentary is linked to a higher risk of dementia. Now, after learning all of this, if you are still concerned, here's what you need to know.
I think what you're looking for is a pattern. If it's just here or there, that's nothing to panic about. That's just normal aging. It's if it kind of starts to have bigger consequences and it keeps happening again and again.
There's no standard baseline because we're all so different and have different things going on in our lives, including family history. So it's important to know what's normal for you.
If you notice you're changing and somebody who knows you well notices you're changing, then that may involve a further investigation.
First stop, your primary care doc, who can evaluate and determine if more testing is needed. But again, don't stress. Most of what you're experiencing is completely normal.
I think having a brighter outlook on aging, keeping a sense of humor, can all be very beneficial for enhancing your quality of life as you age.
Sorry. Wrong drawer. See, forgetful.
Dana's already following that advice, laughing it off as just part of life.
Like, there should be a pill. It's no fair. Like, how come we don't have things to help us?
Well, there are things that you can do right now to boost your brain power, and it doesn't mean you have to solve the New York Times crossword puzzle. Both our doctors have some ideas for you. We've posted those with this story at KARE11.com. There's also a bunch of information on there about ADD and anxiety and COVID and how all those other things have affected our memory as well. So
that was really interesting.
It was.
I love it if you notice it, but the people around you But it doesn't count, I want to say, if you have teenage kids, because they'll call you out on everything
So
and
true.
laugh at you about it, like, Mom, I told you that 5 times.
But if you remember 90 out of 100 things, you're doing well. And
I
I
love
think
that. That's
I'm-
my takeaway.
I'm gonna try for 80. How about that?
Yes, exactly. Let's not shoot too high.
Yeah, I like that.
Thanks, Rena.